What's going on, guys? Back over here with another video. Today we're going to try something a little different. We're going to do a voiceover, and instead of just doing the voiceover, I decided to record this to what I understand is like a Twitch style. Just have me in the bottom of the screen or like one of the corners, just kind of going over everything. So you can get to see me, kind of see my emotions, see what's going on with it. And then yeah, let me know how you like this. If you don't like this style of it, by all means, I can switch it up, try some new things. But anyway, enough on that. Let's get into it. So as this video is going, I am going to be watching the video I kind of just clipped together of a back workout, taking you along through it. Starting off over here, we have a chest supported dumbbell row. All right. Now with the chest supported dumbbell row, I've been using them as a staple major movement to start off the training. I do have issues with that mid-back really isolating and contracting, just having a lot of pronation in my shoulder, a lot of rounding forward. This is one thing that helps me isolate it. I'm not swaying, I'm not doing a lot of leg drive or whatnot. And yeah, I've noticed some solid changes, especially in that mid-back, those basically traps, rhomboids, with this movement. Now, if you notice, they are very controlled reps, every single rep, whether it's 60, even with the 115. This is a top set, as we can see here. Still relative control compared to most individuals. With that, this set should be a drop set. If you've seen the previous videos, with those, we've been doing approximately 6 or so sets, most movements, as low as 4 sets, as high as honestly 10, but usually 4 to 6. 6 on starting movements, so we can get some extra warm-ups. On this day, I do believe, and in general, I have been starting off with 40-pound dumbbells on these rows and even on presses, whether it be shoulder or chest, going up, doing 2 sets of 15 to 20 reps, then going up by 10 pounds every single set for as many sets as I can, working up to a top set of about 6 to 8 typically. If I don't have a spotter, we'll go a little bit lower in the rep range if I do have a spotter, and always drop set the last set, at least a single drop, just to further fatigue the muscle and make sure we're definitely wringing it out for all it's worth. Now, second movement, we have a hammer strength row. It's a high row. With these, been doing them with an actual little handle, as you can see. With the handle, you typically end up supinated with it. With the supination, 9 times out of 10, remember supination, pronation. With the supination, cheesy way to think about it is this is how you hold sup, so supinated. And pro, you usually just know it's the opposite. I usually think about it as like professional sports athlete, something like, honestly, my first thought was always professional, like motocross. Boom, you hold it like a pro. I don't know, stupid, but gets me through it. Here we have the supinated grip, a controlled tempo with everything, trying to pull as far back as possible. The biggest thing is really getting that scapula to actually retract. I know it's a little dark in here, I have a black shirt, you can't tell too much, but instead of just pulling with the lat, we're actually getting the shoulder blade back. We're pinching those traps, arching the back, getting the chest up as much as possible. As you can see, I do have quite an issue with that, and that has stunted a bit of progress over the years, but we've been working on it, and we're getting there. That's why it's very, very important to focus in on the movement, not so much the weight being used. Now, another thing to focus on with back, think of your hands as hooks, all right? You are not gripping the weight and muscling it through. You're literally just kind of supporting it, making sure that that weight is not leaving your body, making sure that you have an anchor there. And then you are really pulling through with your actual elbow. So just think kind of your hands are hooks, you're elbowing the person behind you. While you're doing so, like I said, chest is up. Almost imagine like there's a string being pulled up. All right, arch that back as much as you possibly can. Even look up a little bit if it doesn't strain the neck, and just really, really, really contract the mid-back, those traps, because a lot of individuals miss out on that. You're hitting your lats all day, but you're missing out on key muscles that, especially, when you're on stage, if you guys do compete, you're screwing yourself over. You're making it just a lot harder for yourself to place well when you don't have a mid back. And I learned the hard way at nationals last year. That was a rough pill to swallow, thinking back was my best movement, especially being a rower, being a swimmer for a couple years. I just thought I had back, and I did not. But yeah, this is a drop set here. Just trying to go to failure on everything. Typically, I believe in this, I edited it up so that I would show the first set of everything, basically a warm-up / acclimation set, and then I would show the last set, which 9 times out of 10 is a drop set. This one looks to be a double drop set. As you can see, I'm going with both arms now. You can see a little bit better retraction in the shoulder blades, really see the rear delta popping, really see the rhomboids coming off. I seem to hit this range of motion a little bit better with both arms at the same time, as opposed to isolateral. But I don't know. I know with the isolateral, I do tend to feel like I can force the range of motion better. But at that point, honestly, in the workout, I was very fatigued. This was, 2 weeks ago? And I just really wanted to get it over with at that point. Just doing so many reps, left, right, left, right, left, right. If you pause for one moment, I'm going to answer this, and I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that, guys. We're back now. Got off the phone with the new teammate, Alex. We're going to be meeting up tomorrow, so you guys will be able to see him. But yeah, not even sure where I was, but we're going to jump back in. The lat pulldowns being supinated as well just allows for a better contraction. 9 times out of 10 with that mid back, with the lower lats a little bit more. Hold up, actually, were these lights on or off? You know what, we're just going to go with it. We're a little bit rocky with this, but that's cool. Getting into the curls. Super mean contractions, very purposeful contractions, as you can see, squeezing at the peak. If you want to maximize these, which I'm not doing every single rep here because honestly I'm dead, which is a horrible excuse, but when you actually curl up, right, that contraction, right, so we're here, curl up, cool, okay, hands neutral. If you want to focus on that bicep more, relieve tension on the forearm, boom. Let the wrist go, as long as it doesn't cause any pain, or vice versa, bring it up. Typically, just let it relax, and then we can focus here. Now, the next deal would be to actually supinate further. Imagine like you're screwing in a light bulb. You can see right there. Boom, pronated, minimal activation, okay? Boom, supinated, maximal activation versus here, right? So, a couple little neat tricks that you can take away from this. Yeah, just keeping it controlled, keeping the tempo decent. This is probably a drop set on there. Not exactly sure where we're at. Yes, drop set here. So this is the last set that was filmed for this. This one was probably a double drop set. If so, I do feel like I actually switched to a pronated grip at the end. If that is the case, the reason being is actually just due to so much fatigue, so much blood flow. I do want to kind of switch up the muscles so I can keep going, keep flushing out just all the glycogen, everything that's left in those lats. Even though it's kind of changing the movement, it just helps me kind of push through. Here, so did 3 movements so far, did 6 working sets or so each. Drop set the last set, so decent volume. Now with this finisher, this is an FST7 style finisher, all right? Now what the FST7 is, that's something that to my understanding was started, or at least very much so utilized by Hani Rambad. Sorry if I'm butchering the name, but him with Evogen, he's been using this type of training for a long time. I've seen plenty of it with Jeremy Buendia back in the day. Learned about this literally like 5 years ago and implement it every now and then just to finish off a workout or to get a crazy pump when you need a pump. And I do believe I was talking to one of the IFBB pros at the gym here, Bruce Nutley. What's up, brother? So we got carried away with an awesome conversation. the pump started to fade. So I was like, you know what, let's finish off with this, regain that pump, and just further definitely deplete the muscles for the day. So the FST7 is minimum 8 reps, upwards to about 15, typically in that range, that hypertrophy range with the control. Side note, the reason why it's 8 to 15 reps in a lot of cases is because you're thinking every rep's going to take you about 3 to 4 seconds to complete, at least. Okay, you're thinking 1 second contraction, 2 to 3 eccentric, little pauses in between there. So if we're saying 4 or so seconds per rep, all right, 4 times 8, 32, pretty sure. Double check that, just because right now food's not all there, but it should be 32. It's 32 seconds. Okay, that's the minimum to typically enter into kind of that muscle hypertrophy range. Maximum is typically about 1.5 minutes or so. So if you were doing 15 times 4, that's 60 seconds. All right. So no. Yeah, 60. Yeah, 60. So in that range of about 30 or so seconds upwards to about 60, it's going to be beautiful for the work. Now, with this, it's also meant, going back into the FST7, sorry, carbs not all there. I do talk a lot. I'll try to work on that. The minimum is typically 4 rounds of this, 4 rounds of 8 to 15, doing about a 30-second to 45-second, maximum a minute rest. I am speeding up the clips so you can see it all raw. But yeah, then I went ahead and switched the grips in between as I got a little too fatigued, wanted to keep the contractions going and did not want to stop, lose the pump and literally just stop the workout. I wanted to keep going. So here we are with it. These are my thoughts. This is what I've been thinking. We'll be more precise with stuff. I'll be more on top of stuff. I'm 2 days out from my next show, so bear with me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys want to see down below, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.